Alright, a ton of people have been asking me how to take an 8-bar loop and arrange it into a full track. So today I'm going to be taking this template out of my Definitive Hard Bounce sample pack. Link for that's at the top of the description, and I got a $20 off coupon code just for YouTube people. It's got all these different loops for hard bounce music as well as some drum samples and Serum presets. It's really solid. Definitely check that out. I'm going to be taking this 8-bar template here and building a full track arrangement out of it to show you how to do that. So what I like to do to start is just take everything and like we have kind of our main loop, so I'll take that and I'll just drag it over to maybe about here, like bar 57 would be cool. And what we can basically do then is kind of find our main elements and start to sort of build up the track arrangement from kind of working backwards. So like, right, that feels like a nice solid little part to have right before our drop. So let's take that and we'll make a little fake drop there, and then we can honestly just put this here. Cool. Then we're going to kind of work backwards even more, and we're going to make our sort of build up here. So we're going to just take some percussion. And then we can, let's use these screeches here. Cool, and then we can start building our intro. So let's get the kick, right? And we'll literally just put that up to bar 32, and that'll be like our whole intro. The bass will come in halfway through that, and then we'll have the clap at the start. Let's get some of the percussion. Hi-hat can come in at bar 9. And then, yeah, we're just going to keep kind of working our way up here. We'll also have this vocal chop here, and that will come in about there. But we'll start filtering it in, and then we'll filter it down like in the break, right? So I'm kind of just working on the fly here and really just listening. You know, a lot of people overthink arrangement. They think it has to be this like crazy science to it, and like there definitely is, right? Like, you know, you're making this music so a DJ can play it, so you're gonna have the drum intro and all that kind of stuff, but it might not be as scientific as you think. Alright, we'll have that stop there. Then here. Cool. Now I'm gonna go ahead and duplicate this, and another thing that I like to do is like the bass in the intro can be just this one note like this, and then when we get here, let's make an actual progression. Like let's go to our, so we'll be in G minor, we'll go root 6, let's go 4. Or let's try 3. And then we'll go back to the 6th there. So we're just kind of building a chord progression using the bass line, right? And then we'll have that there. Let's have that go like that, where it kind of walks back up. Cool, and then we'll have the vocal chop start filtering down. So again, just really using our ears here and trying to just hear what it needs, literally. And then we'll make one more part on the drop here where it's this again, and then just one of the screeches. And then we'll do like that. Then we'll go into another break here where we'll just have the screeches. We won't have the vocal chop just yet. And we'll kind of have the percussion start to fall apart. Like, you'll have this at first. And let's add the bass line too. And then the percussion disappears there. And then we can come back with the one note bass line. Not for an outro yet. But you can see it just kind of makes it a little more exciting to have like a new part there. And then what we'll also do is we'll have the vocal chop start to come back in here. Right, with that filtering. We'll do just this stuff here, and then we'll have one more part on the drop here where the kick will cut out halfway through. Maybe this bass line will come back with all the notes here. And then we'll make one more little breakdown / build up here, and then we'll start to go to the outro. And then yeah, by the end of that, we'll have that all filtered down. We'll bring this back there too. And then we can literally just take this from the intro here and bring it back over here. But kind of like in reverse, right? You can see that if you have like these parts where stuff is kind of slowly coming in the intro, then you can literally just go in reverse with that and make an outro. Cool, so now we have our basic elements arranged and we have our parts, but we need a little bit more, right? Like this is definitely getting a little bit stale, a little bit flat at some points, and I think it would be good to kind of introduce some effects and some different stuff. Like let's definitely take this and filter it a bit here. And then let's make like a snare build, right? We're gonna start doing our effects. So I'm gonna grab a snare out of this. Let's do... That's a good one. Alright, so we're going to take that, and it's just going to be doing 16th notes from there. Like, very straightforward. You just grab this, and we'll just duplicate these notes a bunch of times, and then we're going to have a volume automation. And we can kind of curve that down a little bit, too. Like, we'll just do that, and then we'll curve it. You know, a bit of fine-tuning definitely helps this. And then let's have just that there. Then we're also going to make an effect where I'm going to take the kick. Like I'll literally just take this sample that we have here and make a new MIDI track with it. And then we're going to put some reverb and a limiter on it to kind of bring out the reverb a bit more. Like we'll do like that. And then we'll put the limiter on and just turn that up a little bit. And then we're just going to make a long just bass hit here. Cool. And then we can put that in some other parts in the breaks too. Like I think right there would be good. Maybe. You don't really want it, if you have the bass line going, you don't really want it. But also going back to the bass line, something good to do would be maybe have a few parts where the bass kind of filters up. So we're going to make this high pass filter. And what we can do is just kind of make the bass disappear through this break here. And let's do that with this one as well. And then what we can also do in some of these breaks is we're going to copy over the snare build. Like we'll do like that. And let's actually take the whole 16 bars there. So then we got that. And then we'll put it in this build up as well. Cool. Then we're going to do a few more little effects to the track. You know, you don't want to overcomplicate it, but I think some stuff would be good. Like a crash would be nice. Let's get one of mine from these packs here. Like that one is good. So we'll just put this on an audio track. And we can honestly have like a second one too, just to keep things a little bit fresh in some parts. On the second one, we'll put a bunch of reverb. And on the first one, we'll put some delay so they're a little bit different. Turn this down a bit. And then we can make this little fill with the second one too, where it's like tss, 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 and then just turn down the volume. Yeah, it's cool. Let's high pass that a little bit and bring the dry wet on the reverb down, because you really just want this to be like. And then we can copy that to a few different places and also use the other one. You're definitely going to have a pretty heavy amount of these in your track, to be honest. Cool. Let's duplicate that there as well. And then put this one here. So you can see it's pretty methodical and like honestly simple to do this. You just want to make sure that you have enough of them. I think people can oftentimes think they're not supposed to be as many as there are really. Because like, you know, this really like does a lot of the arrangement is just these crashes moving around in your track. Alright, and then for the outro, we won't use as many. Like we'll just put one here. Because you don't want too much stuff to get in the way for DJs to kind of like, you know, fill up the mix too much. We'll also put a few in the intro, but again, same deal. Like, if you overdo it, you can kind of screw yourself. So let's just take this. Cool, and then something that would really help these build-ups as well would be some white noise. Now, there's a common misconception with the white noise. So what you're going to do is you're going to get operator here, or any synth really, but a lot of times people think that it's a low pass filter, which you could do that, but it's a lot better if you use a band pass filter like that and kind of keep it very controlled. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna just make some long clips here like that one, and we'll just put in just long held out notes, because all of the stuff is going to happen with the filter automation, and then we'll automate that so it comes up. Plus, let's go ahead and put some effects on here that we need. We need a filter, we need some reverb, which is going to be pretty long, and then we need a compressor to sidechain it. So we're going to high pass about there, so it doesn't really get in the way of our mix. We're also going to turn it down a little bit. We're going to turn on our sidechain here to the kick, and then turn up this filter so that it's like only sidechain to the click of the kick. And then let's get to moving this filter. So now right, so we're just kind of going to make these little movements. And then we'll put another one here, just another long clip, right when the drop hits. And then we're going to automate the filter again there. It's going to go down. And then back up here. Kind of the same type of thing we were doing in the other break. We're halfway through. It goes down and then back up again. And then here what we'll do is we'll just cut this right here. And then we can honestly copy over that clip with its automation as well. And you can see then we got the next build and break. However, we're going to make this go all the way to the end. And then for the outro, we're not going to use any of it. Because again, you don't really want to overstuff your intros and outros. It can kind of mess it up for DJs. So, maybe you might add like 1 or 2 more little melodies, but that's basically how to turn a little 8-bar loop into a full arranged track. You can see we got a full arrangement here. Everything kind of comes in and out, and yeah, this would work really well on the dance floor. So, that is going to be it for this one, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to like this video as well as subscribe. Like I said, at the top of the description, for a limited time only, you can get this template and all the other ones and all the loops and samples and MIDI and the drum samples and serum presets in the Definitive Hard Bounce Volume 1. The link's at the top of the description. $20 off, limited time only for YouTube people. Thanks for the support, guys, and I will see you tomorrow with another video.